The world is an amazing place, full of gorgeous nature, construction, and monuments of human motion and ingenuity. Here are our top picks for today. If you have a chance to travel, we suggest you consider seeing these. Number 1. Mount Roraima. If you've watched the Pixar film Up, then you'll recognize this as Paradise Falls. But in reality, this otherworldly beauty is not only the highest of the Pacaraima chain of Tepui plateaus in South America, it's also one of the oldest geological formations on Earth and is also the marker where the borders of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana meet. Nicknamed the Floating Island, Mount Roraima has the resemblance of a tabletop with sharp cliffs that drop into oblivion. The fact that it is almost always raining there and is constantly surrounded by clouds, along with its unique appearance, makes it a hot spot for tourists, but it also has a lot of worshipers who believe it to be magic or sacred. We can see why. Number 2 is the Hitachi Seaside Park. Located in the city of Hitachinaka, Japan, an area that's facing the Pacific Ocean, the Hitachi Seaside Park reminds us of an alien environment at first glance. Spreading across an area of 190 hectares, this flower paradise features a wide variety of flowers, but most notable are the ones called Baby Blue Eyes. The Pleasure Garden, an area especially made for entertainment, has over 25 rides and attractions and even includes a Ferris wheel that sits 100 meters above sea level. Imagine the view from up there. This is definitely going into my bucket list. Number 3, the Blue Pearl of Morocco. Chefchaouen was founded in 1471 by the Jews and Moors fleeing Spain and is located high up in the Rif Mountains. Interestingly, nobody knows exactly why the city is painted blue, but some say that it was either to keep mosquitoes away or mimic the blue of the sea, or because blue was the color of the sky and heaven and it reminded them of God. Watching the city from above, we don't really care about the reason, we're just amazed by its beauty and how extraordinary it is. Just remember, if you visit, don't wear blue unless you want to blend in so much with the city you'd become practically invisible. Number 4 is the Sagano Bamboo Forest. There are so many amazingly beautiful forests on our planet, but today we chose to show you this particular one because its unique and eerie atmosphere. The Sagano Bamboo Forest is located in Kyoto, Japan, and it is not only pretty for the eyes but also for the ears. Imagine all those bamboo trees creaking while the wind sways them and their leaves rustling. Of course, because of the recent years, its popularity has increased enormously. You might also hear tourists screaming at each other while trying to take a photo. Still totally worth it. Number 5 is the Antelope Canyon. We have to admit that every time we see a picture taken here, we think it's Photoshop. But the Antelope Canyon is not only absolutely true, it's also millions of years old. It has 2 parts, the Lower Antelope Canyon and the Upper Antelope Canyon. The upper part is the one that's most photographed because it has easy access. The lower one, though, requires climbing through ladders and has a fragile structure and narrow passages. But the end result is worth it, a breathtaking view of the sandstone structures. Just don't go during monsoon season because it's very prone to flooding. Number 6 is the Algarve Cave. If you've never been to Portugal, you're losing out. Mother Nature is amazing and apparently really loves Portugal. Algarve Cave is perfect proof. Formed by waves continuously beating down the rocks over millennia, this marvel creates amazing visuals when standing inside. The sunlight reflecting off the stone and clear blue sea makes for one hell of a show. Just don't think of swimming there because the currents are a tad too strong. If you decide you want to have a look from the outside, we suggest you rent a boat or a paddleboard. Number 7 are the fairy pools. It's as magical as it sounds. Surrounded by the highest mountains of Skye, Glen Brittle is truly something straight out of a fairy tale. Many streams flow down from the mountains into the glen, including the waterfalls known as the fairy pools. It also has a sandy beach at the southernmost point of the glen where visitors can camp for the night, and it's considered one of the best campsites in the country. And in countries like Scotland, with such greenery and views, we can only imagine what that means. Nature at its best. Number 8 is the Fly Geyser. Although this is not entirely a natural phenomenon, it's just as stunning as any other place on our list. It was created in 1964 by a human mistake, making it have a continuous accumulation of minerals that create the ever-growing Travertine Mount. A 5-foot jet of water is constantly expelled from Fly Geyser into several terraces that discharge water directly to 30 or 40 pools over an area of 30 hectares. Although the stunning color of the mound would make the visitors drop their jaw, we're sure what they don't want to know is the color owes its brilliance to the presence of bacteria. Yikes. Number 9's the Hill of Crosses. Hearing the words Hill of Crosses might not bring about the nicest and most pleasant associations. In reality, though, this monument to faith, love, and sacrifice in Lithuania is one of the most unique sites in the world. People from around the world place the crosses there, telling us of their hardships or in support of people living through a catastrophe. Nobody really knows how many crosses are there, due to the tumultuous times Lithuania has gone through with several governments demolishing the crosses. If you would like to leave your own cross, you can find the Hill of Crosses about 16 kilometers from the city of Sialia. Number 10 is the Door to Hell. The Door to Hell is situated in Derwish, Turkmenistan, and it's in the middle of the Karakum Desert. It only had 350 inhabitants, but they were disbanded by the president in 2004 because he thought they were an unpleasant sight to the tourist. The Door to Hell is not exactly natural. In 1971, Soviet geologists made a mistake by accidentally tapping carbon filled with natural gas. When the ground collapsed, it left a hole 70 meters in diameter. Much to their surprise and to tourist delight, the site is burning still today, more than 40 years after it was created. We both want and not want to visit this. Traveling broadens a mind, and hopefully after visiting these places, you will have broadened yours. Subscribe to Travel Trends for more and check out our other amazing videos. Until next time, keep wanderlasting.